Welcome back. This is Sci-Tunnel, and this week we have dived deep into the health space, and we have looked deeply into 5 key aspects, where we have immunotherapy and personalized medicine. We have tissue engineering and regenerative medicine, and also we have neuroscience. So my key interests are in neuroscience and 3D tissue printing for tissue engineering. First, in neuroscience, what we find that this is the connection of neurons and within the brain, the spinal cord, let's say the central nervous system. So, under this neuroscience, there's really a need to develop neuroprosthetic devices, which are the advanced devices, and also the brain-computer interfaces, the BCIs. These devices are going to help the individuals with the neurological disorders to regain their motor function and to have the proper communication abilities. They are in high demand for patients with severe strokes, neurodegenerative diseases, let's say the Alzheimer's disease, and also not forgetting the spinal cord injuries. Also, under this neuroscience, there's an aspect of mental health, where mental health, it normally affects how we think, how we look at things, and how we interact with our environment in talking of actions. So, under mental health, there's need to design the innovative platforms and devices, let's say like to give you the alert in telemedicine, personalized care plans, and AI-driven therapy. For this mental health, we'll have the link in the description where you can go and get more information in the Lightstar channel. The second one that I want to talk about is on 3D by printing for tissue engineering, where in tissue engineering, this is where it's a developed and a modern way of developing modern tissues to sort out the issue of shortage of organs and tissues. So, developing advanced 3D technologies to create organs it's going to bring out or to sort out the problem of tissue transplantation, where there's shortage of tissue. So the moment you are able to design and organize tissues in the 3D formats, it's going to help us in addressing the shortage of transplanting. Also, it is going to be very, very important in research, where doing research needs presence of tissues, and you find out that since research, it might be something to talk of trial and error, it might be a bit dangerous to use the normal human tissue or organ. So by using the 3D tissue printing to address the problem of tissue engineering, it's going to help us in addressing the problem in research and also the diagnostics, so that to come up with the right tissues and organs. Lastly, Just to add on what I've talked about is on drug testing. This is going more on diagnostics of the tissues to find the corrective mechanism for the available tissues by use of the modern tissue through tissue engineering. The whole of this is going to address the shortage of organ donors and to provide innovative solutions for regenerative medicine.
So next is in tissue engineering and regenerative therapy. I will go for stem cell. Stem cell is now becoming like a new field in medicine, because it's able to address most of the issues. You know, a disease is like a malfunctioning in the body, and stem cell can be used to restore the normal function in the body. And also, when someone is born with a deficient, maybe an organ is not functioning well, this stem cell can be used to develop that malfunctioning organ and restore it to fully functional organ, for example. So this stem cell, the finding application maybe when someone has been burnt, it is being used to regenerate that part of the body, because they are undivided cell. They have not been differentiated to any other type of cell in the body, so they can be used to address those issues. And also, there is a part of where stem cell is now, they recover stem cell, but this is far away application where rather than developing using animals for production of something, they are recovering those stem cells and then they're being cultured to develop the same compounds that will have been developed inside the animals. Example is like the trans farming. Now, instead of you producing that in milk, you take that stem cell, you develop your stem cell for production in a lab. In the part of immunotherapy and personalized medicine, I will talk about tailored medicine and biomarkers. So that part of tailored medicine is where you're given a treatment that is personalized to you, where they take and your immunoprofile, they determine the most suitable medicine for you, and then that is what you're offered. In this concentration, even the type will be exactly to ensure that it's not toxic to your body, you don't react to it or maybe result to an autoimmune diseases because of the medicine that you have been offered. So from that you use your molecular and genetic profile. That is what will now be used to determine the type of medicine that you'll be given. Now, that one will inform the type of medicine you'll be offered and the concentration and everything. That is specifically for tailored medicine. It's like a personalized treatment. Then for biomarkers, example for, let's say cancer. Sometimes, or maybe no, let's go for Alzheimer. There's accumulation of a certain protein that results that when detected, it's now like a marker for which will now lead to Alzheimer's disease. So these biomarkers can be used for early detection, where a system can be developed that can be able to detect a biomarker in your body, and that will inform that there is a potential or a risk that someone will develop a certain disease, and from that the correct immunotherapy can be used for early diagnosis and treatment. Then lastly, as Maxwell has said, it's about neuroscience. I will go with neurological treatment. This is like the neurons in the brain where they're being now degraded, or something close to that. So two of them I will speak about is like dementia, of which is a close friend to Alzheimer, where there's accumulation of proteins in the body that may result to malfunctioning of the neuron. So we can use different type of treatments to address this. In that, some of these things happen because of maybe the lifestyle. So, a digital system can be developed, treatment, where someone is able to tell, like nowadays we have the what is it called? This brain imaging. There's a brain imaging system that can be used to see how the functioning of different parts of the brain. There's a certain name that is given. It's not X-ray, it's something else. So that one can be used, and then if they see that the image of the brain, maybe there's accumulation of certain compounds, then you are encouraged to take maybe a certain type of medicine, or engage yourself in activities like physical running, those exercises that will help you to be able to be more active. Certain chemicals like they will be released in your brain, because the brain kind of rewards activities. There's a certain chemical that nourishes the brain when you engage yourself in activities. So from all that is what we had for this week. Yeah, I believe there is a potential in especially the immunotherapy part, and also if you look, that one will kind of now also impact the other form like regenerative medicine, because any development of any other part, neuroscience, regenerative medicine, tissue engineering, must be compatible with the immune system. So immunotherapy plays a very big role in whatever we have been having this week. Yeah, and I think that's what we had for this week. Yeah, see you next week.